Good afternoon and welcome to Central Plains Area Agency on Aging. It's National Family Caregivers Month, and the theme for this month is hashtag caregiver and. Caregiver and cares for the professional caregivers who are caring for their loved ones. These professionals can work in any industry, whether it's mental health care, social services, and I said mental health care, also medical, educational, the business realm, anyone that is working a full time job and caring for a loved one, which we at CPAAA considers persons 50 or over. I said 50, meant 60, so forgive me. I got all glammed up and then forgot my lines. So, as you know, this is live. So, this all helps when you're doing things live. Mistakes can be made. So, thank you for joining. I wanted to share a little bit about what Central Plains Area Agency on Aging is about with the Family Caregiver Program. We are in place to assist family caregivers who are caring for their loved ones age 60 and over with some assistance of in home services and some respite care. I'm able to provide those services through the funding of the Older Americans Act, which is a federal program. So, in that, we welcome all caregivers. We know the stress and the strain that it is to try to do both your full time job and then be a full time caregiver. But please know that there are resources within the community. With that being said, part of the resources that we offer here at Central Plains Area Agency on Aging is our collaboration and partnership with Trualta Inc. CPAAA and Trualta have partnered up to help family caregivers care for their loved ones by providing them with some educational opportunities and tips in how to effectively care for their loved ones in place at their own homes, whether it's personal care, whether it's care about knowing how to care for someone after a stroke, whether it's vision impairment or hearing impairment, including diabetes. There's a plethora of information that is on our CPAAA Trualta website. And joining us today is Miriam Ali, the operations coordinator for the Trualta Inc. company. And we so appreciate the opportunity to have her join us live, actually, guys. This is not pre recorded. We are live, and she's going to assist us in not only the setup, but navigation of the Trualta program. Can we all welcome Miriam with either a hand clap, hand raise, or something in the chat letting her know where we are all from, because we would like to acknowledge all of our caregivers. So, with that being said, Miriam, take it away.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. So I do have a PowerPoint to share. So I will be sharing my screen. Please let me know if you can see it. Does it look good
Got
on
it.
your end?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'd like to begin by saying hello, everyone, and by thanking Amy, Rhonda, and the rest of the CPAAA team for inviting me to come and speak to all of you today. I'm super excited to be here. Like Rhonda said, my name is Miriam, and I am an operations coordinator with Trualta. And so today I'll be doing a quick presentation, giving you some insight into what Trualta is and how CPAAA has made this amazing tool accessible to you. So I want to begin by saying Happy National Family Caregivers Month. Caregiving is absolutely no easy task, especially through the challenges and the unprecedented events of the last 2 years. So this month is really truly a celebration of you and all of your efforts. One of the goals of this month is to make sure that you feel supported, and CPAAA has really been working tirelessly to make this a reality and to make this happen. So every year there is a theme for National Family Caregivers Month. And like Rhonda said, this year's theme is hashtag caregiver and. CPAA's focus for National Caregivers Month is caregiving around the clock. So we know that your time as a caregiver is incredibly valuable, regardless of whether you are a full-time caregiver or a part-time caregiver. Your caregiving tasks are always at the forefront of your mind. So again, our goal for this month is to make sure that support is available to you at any time when you need it, whether it be super early in the morning or late in the middle of the night. So as a caregiver, you may have had conversations that include some of the following sentiments. So, am I doing enough? Am I doing this right? How can I be more prepared for the future? I have a lot of emotions about this. I have no quality time of my own, and I'm tired of theories. I need proven solutions. And so this is where the Trualta resource comes in. Trualta helps families learn skills to manage care at home. And this portal has been provided to you for free by CPAAA. So you can register today to access an interactive e-learning environment. And in your portal, you'll find short, quick lessons created by experts in aging. These lessons are not only presented to you in a way that's easy to understand, but also easy to implement in your day-to-day activities. So I'll give you a quick tour of what the portal looks like in a bit, and you'll see just how easy it is to use and navigate. It is completely private, so if you do choose to sign up and use the portal, no other caregivers will know that you're online. And to make it so that you have these resources available to you whenever you need it, the portal is accessible 24/7. So there is no app required. All you need is a browser on a device that can connect to the internet, such as a smartphone, a computer, a laptop, or a tablet. There are over 100 lessons, individual lessons within the portal covering a wide range of topics. And you can see some examples of the topics that we cover here on the slide, including brain health, personal care, activities and recreation, safety and injury prevention, there's music therapy, and one of our most popular topics, caregiver wellness. So now the fun part. Let's get into the tour. So where do we begin? The first thing you want to remember is this URL on the slide right here. cpaAA.trualta.com will be the link that you'll use to access the portal. So when you go to this link, you will land on this page right here. Here we go. So this is the CPAAA Trualta login page. If you've already signed up in the past and you have an email and password associated to an account, you can log in to your account right here by entering your email and password and pressing logging in. If this is your first time on the portal, you can press the sign up button, and this will take you to the registration page where you can create your password, input some information about yourself, and have access to the portal. So just to scroll down on the site for a little bit, what you'll find underneath this part is a 1-minute quick video explaining how the portal works if you're curious to know before signing on. And scrolling down further, you can see some of our themes within the portal. So to learn, to connect, and to relate. And also just underneath, you'll see some testimonials of other caregivers who've used the site and who have really truly benefited from the resources that are on there. So let's go back up to the top. So if this is your first time registering to the portal and you don't have an account, what you can do is you can press the sign up button. When you press sign up, this pop-up will appear right here, and you'll just answer these 2 questions. The first one being which county do you live in, and also checking some boxes that describe the person that you are caring for. So for example, say I live in Harvey County, And I'm caring for someone who is over the age of 60 and has memory loss, for example. And then you'll press next. Then you'll be taken to this page right here where you can input the email that you would like associated to your account and the password as well. So let's create an account together and input an email and also a password. And then press next. You'll then enter some information about yourself, such as your first name. So my first name being Miriam, my last name being Ali. And then you can also select your age group and your gender. And if you prefer not to say, you can select the prefer not to say option. So prefer not to say, prefer not to say. And you can also choose to receive emails from the portal when there are new lessons put up. And so if you'd like those notifications sent to your inbox, you can have this little checkbox marked here. And then you'll press submit. So once you press submit, your account has been made. Now, if you ever go back to that login page, you can access the portal with the email and the password that you've just created. So once you create your account for the first time, you can choose how you want to navigate the site. So like I said, we do have over 100 individual lessons within the portal. And so what you can do is you can choose to explore all of those lessons on your own and browse the different topics, or you can choose to actually get a recommendation based on your caregiving situation. So let's get a recommendation. So to get a recommendation, super, super easy. All you have to do is answer 3 questions, and then a course will be recommended to you based on your answers. So the first question being, which topic is most relevant to you? Today, I'm interested in, and then you can select one of the options. So either Alzheimer's and dementia, aging, raising grandchildren, stroke, or other. Let's say we're interested in aging. The next question, what can we help with? Today, I want to learn best practices for providing care, improve communication with my care recipient, take care of myself, understand my care recipient's perception, find programs and services that can help me, or discover techniques for handling difficult behaviors. So let's say we want to select taking care of myself. And then the last question is, how much help do you need with self-care? So today I need a little help, some help, or a lot of help. Let's select a lot of help. So now, based on your answers to those 3 previous questions, you will be recommended a course. And so a course is actually a collection of lessons. And so the course that has been recommended to me is the Caregiver Wellness course. And as you can see, this course has 9 lessons. It would take about an hour and 5 minutes to complete all 9 lessons if you were to go at it in one sitting. And it's completely self-paced. And if you're interested to see what the titles of those lessons are, you can always select the course outline button. And down here, you can see what the titles of those lessons are, such as balancing work and caregiving, caregiver guilt, energy conservation. And then you can also see how long each lesson takes. So of course, like I said, your time is incredibly valuable. And what we strive for is to have lessons that are beneficial, but that are also very short. And so you can see that these lessons range anywhere from about 4 minutes to 16 minutes. So you can really try to fit it in at different parts of your day. So if this is a course that you think is relevant to you, you can press the button to start the course. If you find that this recommendation is not necessarily relevant to you and you'd like a different recommendation made, you can select the try a different recommendation button. Or if you'd like to actually jump into the library and explore that, you can press the Explore Library Instead button down here. And so what we'll do is we'll actually jump right into the portal. There we go. It's taking its time. So this is actually the homepage of the portal. So when you log in, this is what you'll see. At the top, you'll have a search bar. So if you're ever looking for you have a keyword in mind, you're looking for a specific topic, you can always use the search bar. It's the quickest way to sort of find the lessons that are relevant to you. So for example, if you're interested in any lesson regarding nutrition, you can write nutrition, press enter, and all of the lessons within the portal that deal with nutrition will be found on this page right here. So let's go back to the home page by selecting home. There we go. So beside the search bar, you'll see that there is the home button. So you press this button, you'll be taken back to this page right here. And there are a few other buttons, such as the learning button, the events, and the news. But before we jump into those, I'll just run quickly through this home page. At the top, you'll see the information of your case manager. So in this case, Rhonda's information is at the top. You'll see her name, her email, and her phone number. So if you ever need to shoot her a quick email, her information is right there. You will see the course that was recommended to you right here on the homepage. So quick and easy for you to access, and you can select continue course to jump into that first lesson. Just underneath the course recommendation, you'll see the local resources. So CP AAA does have an area where they can upload, where the team has uploaded some of their resources. And if you'd like to learn more about those resources, you can select the Learn More button, and it'll take you directly there. Here are some individual articles that you can choose to jump into. And your case manager can also recommend specific lessons to you directly. And so if they do ever make a recommendation, it will show up right here. And then at the bottom, you'll see some of our newest content, and you can scroll through those. So let's scroll back up to the top very quick. And let's see the learning button. So if we select the learning button, you'll find a list of all the courses that are available. So the Caregiver Wellness course was one course out of many that was recommended to me based on the answers that I provided. But if you'd like to see the other courses, what you'll do is you'll just select the learning button, and it'll take you to this courses page. So the courses that are available, the first one is the featured content course. So this is where we put all of our newest lessons and our most timely lessons. So the holidays are coming up. In this course, you'll find more holiday-related materials. Next is the area where Central Plains uploaded their support services and resources, so you can learn more about that. We have a course on brain health, on grief and loss, diabetes care, personal care, caregiver wellness, safety and injury prevention, activities and recreation. There's dementia expert, and this course has majority of our TIPA Snow videos and lessons. TIPA Snow is a super popular dementia educator. We have stroke recovery, grandparents supporting grandchildren, and music therapy. So really, if you're ever interested in learning which lessons are associated to which course, you can always select again the course outline button, see what the titles are, and you can also get a feel for how long this lesson will take to complete. So let's actually jump into an example of a lesson. What do these lessons look like? So let's say we go into the brain health course, and let's check out, for example, communication and dementia. So you'll select the title of the course, and it will take you to this page right here. So every course every lesson, when you jump in, you'll find the learning objectives right at the top. So the learning objectives are great because you'll know exactly what you'll get out of the lesson once you spend the example 8 minutes to complete it. So for example, in communication and dementia, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to communicate effectively, consider the benefits and consequences of reminding your loved one of accurate facts, and also using some specific strategies. And so if this is something that's relevant to you and you want to spend the time to learn it, you can continue reading. If it's not relevant to you, you can always switch to another lesson. So scrolling down, you'll see the actual lesson. And something that's really nice that we have is that most of our lessons have an audio file associated to it. So if you prefer to actually listen to the lesson rather than read the lesson, you can always select the play button. And I'll just make sure, I hope you could hear it. I'll just play it for a little bit so you know how it sounds.
Communication and dementia. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to communicate effectively using simple sentences and nonverbal cues.
So that right there is sort of the example of how the audio file works. So if you prefer to pop in some headphones and have this play on your phone while you do other tasks, you can absolutely do that. Or if you'd like to read and also listen at the same time, that's another way to go about it. So this is the lesson right here. So you can see as we scroll down, there are strategies for communication. Is it okay to lie to your loved one? Scrolling down a little further into the article, you'll see strategies for challenging conversations. And then at the end, once you reach the end of the lesson, you can mark the lesson as complete, or you can even decide to check your learning by taking a quick little quiz. So if you were to select check your learning, a little pop-up will come up with a question and you'll try to answer it based on what you learned from the article. So that's the quiz there. And of course, at the bottom, there is a place for you to comment. So caregivers, we find that the caregivers that we've worked with have a lot of feedback for us, or even love to share their own experiences with regards to the topic. And so you can always choose to comment if you feel like you want to comment. If you don't want your full name to show for when you do comment, you can always use a display name. So for example, if I want to comment, but I don't want my name to appear, I can select use display name, write a display name. So for example, soccer mom, press save, and then, post the comment. So going back up to the top, my apologies for the quick scroll. There we go. We reached the top of the page. Most of our lessons also have an associated PDF. So if you select the download to print button right here, a PDF will open. And what you can do is you can choose to read the PDF if you prefer. You can download the PDF. You can email the PDF to, say, if you're caregiving, you're providing care for your loved one with someone else, you can share this resource with that other person that you're caring with. And of course, at the end, at the bottom of the actual PDF, you'll find the quiz that I mentioned earlier. So you won't be losing out on the checking your learning aspect if you do decide to print out the PDF and read the PDF instead. So here's the quiz in paper form. And of course, the answers to the questions are available just at the bottom right here, upside down. So you can really check your learning to see if you were correct in your answering. And so jumping back into here, this again is the communication and dementia lesson. If we select the learning button again, one thing I forgot to mention is that, of course, you can browse the lessons through the courses, but if you'd actually like to see all of the individual courses, you can select the topics on the side right here. And by selecting a topic, you'll see all of the individual lessons that relate to, for example, diagnosis and symptoms. And if you just want to see the entire library of lessons, you can select View All at the bottom. And when you select View All, you can scroll through all of the lessons that are available and see if there are any that speak to you. So that's how to navigate the learning library and the courses and the lessons. The next tab, or the next item in the menu above, is the Events tab. So if you select Events, CPAAA, the team at CPAAA have the ability to upload events to the portal. And so you'll be made known if there are any events in your area. Currently, there are no events uploaded, but you can also see the events that have taken place in the past. So you can see on October 28th, there was a live webinar with Tifa Snow. And this recording is actually now available on the CPAAA portal. So if, for example, if you want to navigate to this webinar, you can actually, let's say, use the search bar, write in webinar, and then you'll see the video for the webinar, and you can click into it. And so this right here is the recording of the event that took place on October 28th. And there we go. So if you want to watch Tifa Snow, that webinar is available for you to watch. It's about an hour in length, but you don't have to watch the videos in one sitting. You can always come back to it and continue where you left off. The second last item on the menu here is the news icon. Like I mentioned, your case manager or your staff member has the ability to recommend specific content or specific lessons to you. And so if they do make a recommendation, you can find all of the recommendations in here, and you can click into the lesson and complete the lesson, and your case manager will see that you've completed the lesson. And just under this tab here with my initials, and if with your account, it'll be your initials, you can change the information in your profile, you can change your password, and of course you can log out. So going back home, that was a really sort of fast and furious tour of the portal. But I hope that from what you've seen, you can see that it's really easy to navigate. If you ever have any questions regarding the topics or the lessons, your case manager's information is always available to you on the homepage. So you can send them a quick email or call them if you prefer. And so I'll just jump out of the portal and back into the slides. Okay. So again, the URL is cpaAA.trualta.com. And so because we are focusing on sort of caregiving around the clock and trying to sort of balance your schedule as a caregiver, some of the lessons that may be super relevant to you that you can find on the portal today are balancing work and caregiving, temporary relief for the family caregiver. There's also living with a purpose, involving your loved one with daily tasks. And then, of course, effective self-care, because if you're happy and healthy, then you can provide the best type of care or the best care to your loved one. And again, the URL is just at the bottom there. And that is it for my presentation of the portal. And so please feel free to ask any questions that you may have. I can always jump back into the portal if there's anything specific that you'd like to see. But thank you so much for taking the time to join us in the CPAAA team. And I hope you really make use of this portal and this resource.
Thank you, Miriam. There were a couple of questions in the chat. The first is, when viewing a Tifa Snow video and you pause it, does the website earmark your place to go back to?
So currently the website, I believe, does not, but that is something that we are working to update so that when you do so that when you are watching a TIPA video, for example, it's an hour in length, you get 20 minutes in, you need to leave. When you do come back, it'll be at the time mark where you left off. So currently, no, but it is something that we are working towards having.
Thank you. Another question was, how often are there new courses or lessons loaded?
Yeah, so for example, the TIPA Snow webinar, that recording was uploaded today. We upload almost on a, I would say, bi-weekly, every 3 weeks, you'll find something new on the portal. So if you do have your email notifications on, you'll be sent a notification directly to your inbox when there is a new lesson up. And so we do have about, I would say, 2 or 3 per month.
Okay, great. If anybody else has any questions, please put them in the chat at this time or raise your hand or put them in the chat on Facebook Live. Seeing none, I'll hand it over to Rhonda.
Thank you, Amy, for actually doing the technical assistance and moderating on the back end. We appreciate your help greatly. And thank you, Miriam, for your help and your presentation. I think it was just so totally cool. From what I've seen in the website, I take it for granted when I go onto the website and I just click here and click there, and really hadn't seen all the changes that has happened to the website, the buttons of being able to have the suggestions made to you, or you have the opportunity to look around, and then the course objectives. It was just totally cool to me. I'm like, okay, so my late nights, I might need to, as a facilitator, the care manager of it, act like I've never been there before, because it's so cool to see all the different things that has streamlined and made the caregiver's job a little easier in the navigation of it, and how it can assist us in some of our bleakest times in caring for our loved one, having that ability to know that the caregiver wellness is there, how to communicate with our loved ones, and being able to listen. A lot of times the challenge is, as caregivers, listening to what's not being said. So it's definitely a well thought out program. The utilization of it is totally key for any caregiver, period. There, as grandparents raising grandchildren and having different stressors that they deal with, being able to have that streamline of somewhere to go when it seems like all hell is breaking loose. Being able to use music therapy for a loved one that does not have to be 60 or over. You could be using music therapy for yourself. So I implore each and every one of those caregivers out there and our community at large as professionals, please tap in. Go to the website, cpAAA.trualta.com, and utilize this portal. It's there for all of us to be a better caregiver with our loved ones. So with that being said, you can reach Central Plains Area Agency on Aging through the website at cpAAA.org. You can contact us on Facebook, the Central Plains Area Agency on Aging's Facebook page. We have the professional page with the Aging Network, CPAA's Aging Network group, which is facilitated by Amy Arnold. And then you have a caregiver Facebook page as well that's facilitated by myself, Rhonda Custard. We in the caregiving community, in the aging population as a whole, our journey is to be the best resource we can be to help navigate your caregiving journey the best we can. So thank you for joining us on today, and we hope you have an awesome rest of this Caregiver National Family Caregiver Month. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.